Okay, first off, I'm thinking what I should do is cut off all the bad parts. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to get rid of this real quick. It's not real bad head of cabbage though, it's actually pretty good. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I am going to cut this down the middle and then cut that in half. And then what I got to do is I had to rinse it really good in water first. So that is what I'm going to do. So, I would prefer a better knife than this, but this is all the knife I got. So, this is what I'm going to have to use. That's okay. We can do it. Alright, and I'm going to split it down the middle, like so. Ah. Hold on one second, I gotta take care of this real quick. Alright. So after that is done, then I go ahead and cut it down this part right here. So, no cutting fingers, please. I need to keep these fingers. I think that's the downside of a smaller knife, is the fact that chances of, you know, making a stupid mistake is very good. Ah, there we go. That's better. Okay. And I'm going to put it right here. Okay. Okay, so I get it. So if you cut it right here with a smaller knife, then it goes down much easier. Alright, and then what you do is that you separate each one. I personally would like to go through all these to make sure I got all the bad parts off. Which actually, this is actually a pretty good headed cabbage. There's only a few bad parts, but it's not real bad. Yeah, it looks pretty good actually. We don't want any wilty leaves in my kimchi. I must have good kimchi. Okay, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and rinse it over there real quick. Alright. Which should not be too hard because I have a very small sink. Okay. Put this over here. Then just make sure it rinses thoroughly. I'm going to put this right here because I'm actually going to put the Napa cabbage. I hope the camera can see me because I don't know whether it's angled right, but I'm actually going to put this in this container here after I've rinsed it, because I don't want it leaking water all over the place like it already has. Okay. Okay, cabbage has been rinsed thoroughly. I clean up mess. And I rinsed it in cold water. Didn't really necessarily say that I needed to do it in warm or hot water. I mean, I guess I probably could, but I just didn't see the point. Because really, the main part is the salting process. That one was a little difficult for me to try to understand. I had to actually watch many, many videos just so that way I can understand it, because I wasn't exactly sure whether to soak it in water or whether to just rinse it in water and then salt it. And so I decided what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to go ahead and just rinse it and then put salt on it and let it sit overnight with the salt on it. And then we have to rinse all the salt off in the morning. So it's actually recommended to rinse it like 3 times. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. I know I should have a cutting board, but I don't have one just yet. I will get one. I will get one. There isn't really a 4-set rule with how much salt, and I apologize of the mess later. Let me see if I can find maybe a newspaper by any chance. No. Okay, so I'm just gonna have salt on the counter. No big deal. So just basically what you do is that you basically salt it really good on all the leaves. And it's a little harder since my hands are already grimy from the wet water. And this doesn't want to separate very good. I'm probably going to mess this up bad. I can just see it now. I'll just try to do the best that I can. Like I said, this is my first video, so it's probably, you know, it's going to probably be very interesting. Ah, maybe I should just start from the outside first, then work my way in. That might actually work better. I've heard from the videos that what the salting does is actually I'm trying to remember the word that they used. I want to say that it sterilizes. I think that's what it does. So the salting process is actually a very good thing. And the salt shouldn't stay on the cabbage. It's just going to be on there overnight so that way it can do what it needs to do. Yes, yes, yes. I thought this was going to be a messy endeavor, but I think this is actually not going to be too bad. I can smell the salt, though. Good grief. That's what you do when you get iodine salt. I probably should have used sea salt. I think that would have been probably healthier, maybe. I don't know. Salt is salt. Okay. Alright, well, I think I pretty much demolished that. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside. This is a clean counter, by the way, so don't worry. Alright, just repeat the process again. I'm going to go ahead and save the battery on this, and I'll go ahead and show you the finished product when I'm done, okay? Alright.